What's happening, guys? This is Shukesh once again and welcome you to the third episode of the awesome tips and tricks series videos on this amazing Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. Well, first of all, thanks a lot guys for the great response on the episode 1 and 2. This episode 3 is going to be more interesting and enjoyable. The episode 4, that is the last one, is on the way as well. After watching all these 4 parts, I can assure you guys you will be a master of this gorgeous Samsung device, knowing all the hidden tweaks, software hacks and tricks. So let's get started, guys. Well, just like me, you must be quite annoyed with the repetitive notifications on the notification center, especially from games and shopping apps. So what you can do is press and hold on the unnecessary notifications and disable, that is, block notifications. On the contrary, you can also set as priority for your mails and other important apps. In this case, the notifications will be pushed at the top of the notification panel and also will be included in the allowed list when you enable Do Not Disturb mode, which I'll be talking about in a minute. Just go to Settings, Sounds and Notifications, Do Not Disturb. So if you are busy, like you are in a meeting or sleeping and don't want to get disturbed by calls, messages and alarms, you can enable Do Not Disturb and of course allow exceptions for applications like your email or any other important app. Just set as priority. You can also allow calls and messages from your favorite contacts and also schedule the Do Not Disturb mode. Like I shown you before, you can totally block notifications of certain apps if they are bothering you repeatedly. Now, if you don't want to miss any notification, you can enable notification reminder. Just go to Settings menu and Accessibility, Notification Reminder. This will repeatedly remind you of the pending notifications at an interval which you can manually set. You can also just enable blue LED indicator when you have missed calls, pending messages, and there you can set the interval. Once again, you can allow or disallow apps. So select those apps only you don't want to miss notifications from. Next, let me show you some shorthand tricks on the dialer. On the episode 1 of this video series, I've shown you that when your phone is flipped and you get a new call, you can get different color waves on the edges and you can just put your hand on the fingerprint sensor at the back for 2 seconds to reject the call with a message that you are busy and cannot take the call. If you are not familiar with this feature, then check the episode 1. I have added a direct link in the description below. Now there are other couple of ways you can reject or answer a call. Suppose you are boxing and you have your gloves on, or you are painting or bathing and your hand is really wet. You cannot use the screen, so you can just press the home button to answer the call, and at the end of the call just hit the power key to disconnect. Now I always use the power key to disconnect a call because I don't have to bring the phone in front of my eyes and look for the disconnecting button on the screen. I can just end the call whenever I want, right at the face of the caller. Now instead of swiping, I can just tap on these icons to answer or reject a call. This feature is called single tap mode. I'll show you how to enable this in a minute. If you are in a noisy area and want some extra volume, you can tap this, and during a call if needed, you can take notes. No need to run for pen and paper. You can also browse the internet and send a message directly to the person you are talking to. Calendar events can be shared with the person on the other side of the phone as well. Just tap on share and you can either send a VCS card or a text message. Now I forgot to mention, you can also answer or reject a call just by using your voice. Just say answer or reject. Now let me show you how to enable all these features. First of all, go to accessibility and there you get the single tap mode I've shown you. This also works on calendar events and alarms. Next, hit the dial button and go to call settings and answering and ending calls. You can use your voice commands and you can also enable the home key for answering the call and the power key for disconnecting. On the episode 1, I've also given you a detailed demonstration of the People Edge feature. It's extremely interesting and very handy. If you're new to Samsung's TouchWiz ecosystem, then let me show you a few more basic options. When you open a contact, you can just put the phone to your ear and the phone will automatically call the contact. No need to tap the call button, and the most basic way to make a call is just by swiping the contacts right. You can also swipe left to directly send a message. Now as you know, you can set different ringtones for different contacts so that you can guess who is calling, and you can add the field from here. Interestingly, you can even set vibration patterns for different contacts, and there are a couple of presets you can choose from, and you can even create your own pattern. So even when your phone is in your pocket, you can guess who is calling. Similarly, for the ringtones, you can choose any of the preloaded ones and select any song of your choice as well. Now there is a very interesting part. While adding a ringtone, you will get an option called sound picker, which basically clips the best part of your songs, that is the loudest part of the music suitable for the ringtone. Next, let me show you some tricks on the messaging, and first of all, let's briefly talk about the on circle feature under people age. This allows you to see and share images, files up to 1 gig with your friends via contacts. You can send text messages and share emojis, poke, and also share handwritten messages. Well, when you are gaming or busy in any other application, you can still read your messages in a pop-up window like this. You can even reply right away, just like so. To enable this, hit the messaging icon and more, settings menu, notifications, and pop-up display. If you want, you can enable preview of the whole message on the notification center, the lock screen, and as you know, you need to just pinch or swipe with 2 fingers to read all the notifications at once. Another basic trick is just use the volume rocker to change the font size, and you can also schedule your messages, so no more forgetting birthdays, anniversaries, etc. Just set the date and time and you are saved from lots of embarrassments. There are certain phrases or names you use frequently, and you can actually add shortcuts to that on the keyboard. For example, you can just write H for how are you and GN for good night, etc. Now the most interesting part is just write 1 and give a space for the question mark, 2 for the smiley, etc. No need to hit the symbols button and look for this. Now press and hold on the numericals to get the numbers if you don't want this to be replaced. Now let me quickly show you how to add the text shortcuts I have shown you. Just hit the settings menu and go to text shortcuts and add your shortcut and expanded phrase. You can even adjust the keyboard height if needed. On my previous episodes, I've also shown you how to enable one-handed input and shrink the keyboard to your right or left for better one-handed typing. You also get auto spell check, auto replace, and predictive text, which is quite interesting. The phone actually learns your writing style and predicts the next word. Let me give you a demo. You must already know about this continuous input method. Now you are getting some suggested words and just tap to input. Now let me show you some basic tricks to speed up your writing. First of all, there is autocomplete, that is, if I even don't complete a word, the phone can actually predict and complete the word on its own. There is auto spell check and auto replace as well. Instead of G, I put O and still the phone got it right. So next time you write on this keyboard, don't worry about spelling. The phone will help you with that. You might also know that just by double tapping the spacebar, you can input period. Now some of you might want to keep your old messages, but once the total number hits the 1000 mark, your old messages get deleted, so better switch it off. It's on by default. You can also set different bubbles and backgrounds for your messaging app. I'll now talk about some add-on features on your Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. There is an option called Quick Connect on the notification center. Once you connect this device with other compatible phones, you can share content with other devices without even switching on the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. All the handsets remain connected all the time. You can even remotely play the content on other devices. There is also S Finder, where you can look for anything like apps, contacts, messages, etc. And you can even define the type, timing, location, and tags. Now let me give you a quick demo of this. You will now get each and everything on this phone having the letter S. Let me share with you a very small trick. You can just swipe with 2 fingers and get more details about your contacts, your recent call list, etc. Next, let's talk about the download booster you have on your S6 Edge Plus. You'll find that under more connection settings, and with this feature you can download large files over 30 MB faster by using both your Wi-Fi and LTE networks at the same time. Next, under privacy and safety, you get this send SOS message option. With the help of the power key, that is just by triple tapping the power key, you can send an SOS message to your near and dear ones. The phone will take images with the front and rear cameras and record an audio file, track your location, and all of this information will be sent to your emergency contact number along with an SOS message stating you are in danger and need help. Up to 4 emergency contacts can be added, and indeed this is a very nice feature. Well guys, we are at the end of this third episode. The fourth episode, which is going to be the most interesting among these 4, is on the way. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel, and if you have missed episode 1 and 2, then check the description below for the direct links. I have also uploaded this type of tips and tricks series videos on the Note 5, S6 Edge, LG G4, iPhone 6s Plus, etc. So check those out on my channel as well if you are interested. I put lots of efforts in making these videos so that you can get the best out of your smartphone. So if you are really liking my effort, then please give this video a thumbs up and also share it with your friends. That's all for now guys. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Shukesh Banik and have a nice day.